Okay, so this is part 2 of the competition on your Kids Book 2, page 8 and 9. So we're actually going to start on measure 5, and we have our E flat here. So remember, we have C in the middle, D, E, F, G, but your third finger goes to the black key, which is E flat. So we have E flat, then F, E flat, then D in those 4 measures. So starting on measure 5, this is what it sounds like. E flat, then F, E flat, then D. So you're going to be using finger 3, then finger 4, then finger 3, then finger 2. Okay, so let's go back to E flat with the third finger. Don't forget to lay out each of your fingers and make sure your hand is rounded. Don't be flat fingered or don't be too high up here. Just make sure you're right in the middle. So let's start with E flat. 1, 2, ready, go. E flat, up to F, E flat, finger 2, and D. So that's measure 5 to 8. And if you look at your measure 9, all the way to 12, it's going to be the exact same thing. So what we're going to do now is play from measure 5 to the end of measure 12 non-stop. You're just going to repeat the same thing. It's just copy and paste it. So measure 5, 1, 2, ready, play. Measure 9, E flat. So these 2 sections we just did are actually going to be the same thing. If you go to the next page on page 9, we start on E flat, F, E flat, D, measure 25, E flat, F, E flat, D, and the very last note you have is C. So we're going to leave that for the end. We're going to go ahead and go to measure 13 and 17 because these 2 are exactly the same. So let's go to measure 13. This one sounds like this. Looks weird and it sounds fun, but let's take it down a notch. So we have E flat, C, D, C, E flat, C, and then G. So let's just go back to finger numbers. We have finger number 3, 1, 2, 1. Let's just work on that. So 3, 1, 2, 1. That's letter E flat, C, D, C. One more time, ready, and E flat, C, D, C, again, ready, play, E flat, C, D, C, and that is only the first 4 half notes, 8th notes there. Then we're going to go to E flat, C, G. So we have E flat, C, G, again, E flat, C, G. That's just the second half of this. Now we're going to put it all together. You have E flat, C, D, C, E flat, C, G. With finger numbers, it's 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. So the cool thing is that this measure 13 is actually just copy and pasted on measure 14 and then back on measure 17 and 18. So as long as you have this one section, you have all these 4 right here. And this is the only section that plays this part, so we're just going to focus on it right here. So now I'm going to play these 2 continuously together, and this is what it's supposed to sound like. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. Okay, so you go from playing measure 9, you have E flat, but go ahead and just rewind if you want to go over that and just take it slower. Take it to the beat that we took it at. So this is going to be part 2 of the competition. And now, from now on, we're going to actually put both parts together. So we have our left hand and our right hand. So the first 4 measures is just your left hand. And on measure 5, it's going to be your right hand, and measure 9, we're going to put both those hands you just played together. So we have measure 1, A flat, C, G, B, G, right hand E flat, F, E flat, and then put it together. So measure 9 to 12, it's just both parts being played at the same time. So every time you play C, G, you're playing E flat. Every time you play A flat, you play F. And every time you play B, G, you play D. Okay, so take your time to just practice that. You can pause the video right now and just play those parts. But I'm going to go ahead and move on now to measure 13. There is no left hand playing with that fast moving part, so that makes it easier on you. And then we have our left hand come in after. So measure 13, I'm going to play all the way to measure 20. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. Left hand. And then 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5. A flat. Back to measure 21 together. To the end, which is just page 9, is going to be this section right here. You just move it over. So you've already played this end part, but all you do is play it 2 times and you add C, G, and C at the very end. So right now I'm going to play from beginning to end, and you can listen to it 1 time, then you can rewind and try to play it with me. This is the same tempo I'll be playing with the song. So go ahead and try that with me if you feel like you're ready, and if not, go ahead and pause, rewind, and play the parts you need to, or even if you need to go back to part 1 of the competition on a separate video, go ahead and do that. But right now I'm going to play from beginning to end. Good luck. 1, 2, C, G, and